Yeah, it's for the video. I'm not drinking it. Guys, I'm doing this super legit. Either I'm getting everything pumpkin spice flavored cereal, Rice Krispies, Oreos, something even orange. I'm just making sure everything's right. I'm just not sure if this candy corn checks out. Do you think so? You think it does?
I like candy corn.
Think the corn checks out?
Yes.
Think the corn checks out? I'm disgusting. I'm not David Dobrik. I'm sorry. Well, now that that's over, what is going on, my peeps? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today, Friday, September 22nd, is the first day of fall. Thank the Lord. It's a time for orange flannels, apple picking, cool weather and sweaters, and most importantly over everything else, pumpkin spice. From this point forward until the end of October, every single Friday is our regularly scheduled Buzzfeed tests. Every single Monday is a pumpkin spice themed DIY or food video, we'll see. But today it's only fitting to start off with a pumpkin spice Buzzfeed video, so we're gonna try out these pumpkin spiced donut holes, which a bunch of you actually suggested to me in the past, and they look fantastic, so let's get right into it. So to make these bad boys, we're gonna grab some flour and sugar, some salt and oil to fry in, baking powder, some pumpkin puree, pumpkin spice mix, 1 egg, and some butter. First off, we're gonna sift 2 full cups of flour, add that into our bowl, along with 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of the pumpkin pie spice, some salt, whisk it all together, and then set it off to the side. Now in a whole new bowl, we're gonna combine 1 1/4 cup of pumpkin puree, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and again, mix that together super thoroughly. Now as much as I love this season and everything about it, this canned pumpkin puree kinda always reminded me of baby food a little bit. But we will continue. Throw that pumpkin mix into your flour, mix the two together until you get this nice doughy, donut-y consistency. Now just so this next step would be a little bit simpler, I threw that batter into the fridge for a little bit. In the meantime, I threw some oil onto my stove and waited for that to get up to 350 degrees. Threw a little bit of butter onto my hands and began to roll out my donut holes. Now surprisingly, these are gonna expand a bunch in the oil when they cook, so don't make them huge, but just roll them out all to the same size, just about here, and now we can begin to cook them up. A few at a time, I dump those over into my oil. I am using a smaller saucepan today, just so I don't use up a ton of oil with every video I do like this. As a result, the heat is a little bit tougher to maintain in the oil when you dump stuff into it. Just keep an eye on your thermometer during this and you'll be just fine. Now to top these guys off, I mixed up some sugar and some more of that pumpkin pie spice and gave that a good mix. Roll all of your still warm donuts throughout your sugar. My mouth is already drooling during this. Again, I'm very happy to report that these things look pretty similar to Buzzfeed's, so let's give them a taste. Now I have a few here in all of their glory. These kind of look like the cinnamon munchkins, for those of you who have Dunkin' Donuts by your house. And if they taste like a pumpkin version of those, I'll be very happy. They're really dense. I don't entirely think that I cooked them all the way through enough. You can see a couple spots there where it's still a little bit doughy and hard, frankly. Honestly, I think if I turned the heat up from 325 to like 350 and left them in for about the same time, they'd be perfect. I think the oil was just too low. I think that not only because it wasn't hot enough to cook them, because I left them in for so long without cooking, they just absorbed a bunch of that oil. That's just my guess. I almost just dropped it. The flavor is pretty good though. I will admit, and obviously when you coat anything in sugar and pumpkin pie spice, it's gonna taste pretty dang good. So I'm gonna give these a 6.5 out of 10. It would have been nice to start this month off a little bit better, but stick around because y'all don't know what's about to hit you. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you did, leave a like right down there. Let me know what pumpkin spice stuff you think I should try. I'm so pumped for this. I've been planning it all year. You have no idea. But other than that, I hope you have an awesome rest of your week. And I'll see you right back here on Monday. Peace!